Students, welcome to your IT class. So today we are going to start our session 4, that is green economy and green skills, and this session is from our unit 5, that is green skills. All right, so let's start our class for today. So before starting our class, let us do a small recap from the previous class, that is session 4 for tables and printings. So in the session 4, we had gathered knowledge that we can print a document using the file menu, which is by clicking on the print option. Then we had also gathered knowledge that if we want to have a look at our document before printing out, okay, we can use the page preview option. All right. Then we had also gathered knowledge that the writer help is an extensive online help system which provides us with how to and what is information on the every aspect we find in a Word program. Then we had also gathered knowledge that in Writer we can print envelopes, labels, and we can also save our document, that is we can export to PDF format. So what is the full form of PDF? That is portable document format. It is a format which is a popular file format which has become the industry standard for sharing files. So these are the different topics which we have covered in our previous session. So let us come to the learning outcome of today's class. So the learning outcome of today's class, that is we are going to have knowledge after this session that what is green economy. Then secondly, we will have knowledge that what are green skills, and thirdly about green jobs. So let's start our class. So as an introduction, that in the earlier sessions of this unit, that is of the unit 5, that is green skills, we had gathered knowledge that how the environment is very much crucial for us, that is the human beings, and it is also important for us to take the responsibility and at the same time act responsibility. Now time has shown that every action of us is interrelated, and the impacts of all the aspects of our life, no matter how much small or big it is, it has the impact on the nature. Then economy, government, and all the people, okay, on this earth, everything is related to the environment, and that is what we are going to talk about in this session. That is the green economy and the skills which are required for the green economy, that is the green skills. All right, so first let us start with the green economy. Now as we can see over here, that as UNEP has defined a green economy, that is one that which results in the improved well-being, okay, and at the same time the social equity, while significantly reducing the environmental risks and the ecological scarcity. Then what actually is green economy? Now green economy means that economy with the green values, okay, that is that we suppose the human as well as the nature, and at the same time it will meet the needs and it will maintain harmonious interaction with both the human and the nature. All right, then the definition of green economy captures 3 dimensions of sustainable development. These are, the first one is about the environment. So the environmental principles of green economy are, first of all, is about protecting the biodiversity and our ecosystem. Then the second one is about sustaining natural assets and our capital. The third one is implementing environmental sustainability goals. All right, so these are the different principles, environmental principles of our green economy. The next one we have is the social principles. Now what are these? That ensuring the well-being of people while giving them social protection and at the same time access to the essential services. Then ensuring proper livelihood to the people, then reduction of the poverty, then democratic social inclusion. So these are certain social principles of green economy, and here we have the definition of green economy. All right, that is an economic system that is compatible with the natural environment while considering social issues. Okay, please underline everyone. Then the next principles which we have is the economic one. So the economic principles of green economy are, that is the first one is our recognizing the natural capital and the values, then integrating economic development and as well as at the same time growth models, then ensuring resource conservation and energy efficient, and at last but not the least, creating employment, okay, and green jobs. So here we have the dimensions of green economy, that is the main elements of green economy. So what are these main elements of green economy? That is the first one is generation and use of renewable energy. Then the second one we have is about the energy efficiency, that is the green buildings, the green industries, or the green transport, okay, and at the same time land management. Then waste minimization and proper management of the waste. Then preservation and sustainable use of the natural resources like the water management and soil conservation, healthy ecosystem for us. Then lastly, the green job creation. All right, so these are the different elements of the green economy, that is the main elements of a green economy. Then the next one we have is the green skills. Now what are green skills? So green skills are those skills which are required for a sustainable green economy, and these skills include the technical skills, it can be vocational skills, along with certain values and attitude, and which are required, and along with certain required knowledge to create a sustainable environment. And these skills are required at all levels and are of many types. Now green skill is not only about some sophisticated, or you can say a high profile skill, okay, which is only related to new technologies. Okay, it is the skills for a greener society. That is, for example, you can say life skills or critical thinking, okay, problem solving. So all these skills are required in order to have a sustainable environment. And green skills which are required for sustainable environment and as well as for the green economy are listed below. The first one we have here is about green skills which are required for managing resources efficiently. That means all the resources which we have, it should be managed efficiently. And for that, what green skills we require is that all business should needs generic and at the same time light green skills for using and managing all types of resources. And these are to build the resource efficient business models. All right. Then next one we have here, to design certain products and the services, okay, which utilizes the resources efficiently, and to design and adopt certain technologies or products or processes which increases the resources efficiently, okay. Then taking into actions to maximize the production of the resource efficiently, and for example you can see reduction in the waste production, okay. Then next one is green skills which is required for low carbon footprint. That means low carbon footprint is again essential for the planet sustainability, and industries are now turning low carbon industries. And low carbon industries, that means they focus on low carbon generation even with high energy requirements. And the green skills which are required for these are like training and providing proper knowledge for the nuclear and renewable energy. And we have then energy efficiency measures, okay, should be taken up at household and business premises also. Then to design and adopt new technologies, or you can say products or processes, in order to minimize the carbon emission and low carbon footprint. Then taking certain actions to minimize the carbon emission, like example of driving in a fuel efficient manner, okay, or creating green buildings. Then the next third one we have is the green skills which is required for climate resilience. So businesses which require the capacity to adapt changes in climate, and the necessary green skills which are required for these are like modeling and interpreting climate change projections, assessing, okay, and managing the risks considering the future availability of the resource. Then designing and adopting technologies, the same way products and the processes in order to improve the climate resilience. Then taking actions to improve the climate resilience, like resilience, or for example you can say water efficient technologies, okay, or green technologies in households and business premises. All right. Then lastly we have the green skills which are required for managing the natural assets. So the natural assets are also crucial for all the businesses, and the green skills which is required to protect and manage them are, first of all is the assessing the environmental impact, and secondly is to design and at the same time adopt technologies, products and processes in order to manage the natural assets, okay. Then we have the next topic as the green jobs, okay. Now what are green job? Okay, as you can see over here, please underline, the green job refers to a job, okay, that is environment friendly, and in other words you can say that any traditional job or a work when it is executed in a manner that it supports the environment and the sustainable development, then it can be termed as a green job. And every sector nowadays have green jobs, such as designing energy efficient products for all sectors, okay. Then producing environment friendly goods, like we have jute bags and all, okay, which are environment friendly instead of using plastic bags. Then and services, transforming or changing traditional practices into sustainable equivalence. They're educating and at the same time spreading awareness about the sustainability and many more. Okay, so here we have the definition of green job. Please underline. Then next you have the figure here, where you can see a chart is shown over here, where we have certain different types of green carriers. Okay, so what are these carriers? As you can see over here, the first one here we have is about the outdoor and the field based job. Okay, so for example, you can say about wildlife preservation. Then next one we have is the traditional jobs with green alternatives. Again, you can give an example of the auto manufacturing. Then next one we have is about renewable energy jobs. Again, example you can give as for this as wind turbine technology. Then next one we have is a compliance and a policy making jobs, like for example environment protection agency officers. So these are the different types of green carriers. And as you take up these green carriers, you will find certain green job titles. Now it can be like an environmental engineer, or you can say an energy auditor, or you can say hydrologist, or urban planner and regional planner, or a conservation scientist. Okay, so these are the different green job titles as you take up as you take up your career in green skills, okay, or in green jobs. Then this is only up to here our today's class. Now let us do the summary. So in today's class we had gathered knowledge about green economy. And green economy is what? It is an economic system that is compatible with the natural environment and while considering social issues. Okay, then we had also gathered knowledge about the green skills, that these are the skills which are required along with the values, attitude and the required knowledge to create a sustainable green economy. Then we had also gathered knowledge that a green job refers to a job that is environment friendly. And any traditional job or work, when it is executed in a manner that it supports the environment as well as the sustainable development, then we can call it as a green job. And there are many examples of green job titles, like we can say as we take up our careers in green job. Then we have here as environmental engineer, then we have an energy auditor, then hydrologist, or you can say as urban regional planner, then conservation scientist. So these are the different green job titles, okay, as you take up your career in green job. So these are the different topics which we have covered today. Thank you everyone. So after this video I have some home assignment for you posted in Google Classroom. Then I'll be sharing the exit card link which we are going to click and submit, okay. And at the same time keep learning. Thank you.